For the season 1 finale of Sideline Stories, we are joined by Veronica Burton. Veronica grew up in Newton, Massachusetts, won the AmeriCup gold medal with Team USA, and is now entering her senior season at Northwestern. Let's tune into her story. All right, guys, welcome back to Sideline Stories. This is actually the final episode for season 1. And we just want to quickly say thank you to everyone who's been listening, who's joined us so far. And we're actually ending the season on a special note. Just about all of our previous guests have been former Division I student athletes, but today we're lucky enough to have a current Division I student athlete, Veronica Burton from Northwestern women's basketball. Thank you for joining us, V. How is everything going on your end today?
It's been going great. It's a great day and I'm happy to be here. So thank you for having me.
Let's get right into it with the questions. What would you say your favorite memory growing up in Newton was?
I'll go from high school. I would say the Newton South, Newton North rivalry games. I think those were always a lot of fun. Those were probably where we got our most fans. And so I'd say my senior year, or maybe it was my junior year, against Seani last year when we played.
Now you're at Northwestern. What's been your favorite moment from Northwestern so far?
I definitely have a lot of favorite moments on and off the court. I'll give one from the court. I would say my sophomore year, winning the Big Ten championship game against Illinois. That ended up being like one of our last games before COVID kind of shut everything down. That was definitely my favorite moment.
Awesome. And then you got the amazing experience this past summer to play for the Team USA national team. What would you say your favorite moment from that team was?
First, just meeting all the girls and just being able to play for some of the top coaches and just kind of, I don't know, having a coach like Dawn Staley, she's so idolized. And so being able to meet her and play for her was an amazing opportunity. And then winning gold, that feeling was great.
And before games, who's on your go-to pregame music playlist?
It's a good question. I definitely mix it up. I would say first I kind of start off a little bit mellow with like Khalid and Post Malone. And then to kind of get my energy up, I would say Lil Baby.
Awesome. Lil Baby's the GOAT. Talk a little bit about how you got to where you are today.
So it took a lot of hard work and dedication. I think growing up, my family, sports was just kind of what we did. So ever since I was young, I was waking up before school in the gym, putting up shots and just doing the extra stuff, sacrificing a lot of time to just get in the gym and put up those shots to get to Northwestern.
For sure. And kind of going off that with family, you're the youngest of 4. All 3 of your older siblings, they played Division I sports, at the next level. Did you ever feel like there was a certain pressure or expectation where you had to either play sports at the next level or play basketball at the next level?
I think it was definitely like expected in a sense, but I wouldn't say that in a negative light. Like I don't think it was pressure or just like something I was forced to do. It was definitely something that I wanted to do ever since I was young. I think being the youngest of 4 made it even easier for me. I just kind of got to see and learn from what my siblings did and didn't do and just kind of how their process worked out. So again, I definitely think it was expected, but in a good way. There was never a time where I didn't want to play Division I basketball.
So you kind of saw it as more of an advantage, learning from, like you said, like their successes. You're going into your senior year, and like we were talking about before, when I think of someone who's in your class, the college experience has really not been a traditional one. You guys lost a season and like an entire year and a half because of COVID. There's been, racial justice movements. There's been gender equalities and inequalities. And now we have the name, image, and likeness era. What has battling all these different types of adversity taught you as a student athlete?
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot. I mean, at times I feel like it was overwhelming, just kind of the COVID, it was stressful. I mean, you didn't want to test positive on a game day. You had to really be conscious of who you were seeing, what you were doing. It was not like, as you said, it was nowhere near similar to a traditional college experience, but I think it definitely made me and my teammates stronger. I think it brought us closer together and just kind of, we knew okay, we're all experiencing this. We're all going through this together. So let's lean on each other. Let's depend on each other. In terms of the social justice movements, I think it brought up important conversations that needed to be had that weren't initially being talked about. So I think that there's a lot of educating going on, and a lot of people kind of sharing what was on their mind, and that was something that ultimately needed to happen. And we obviously encountered some tough times, and some very tough times during the season, but I think it definitely made us stronger, strengthened our bond, and I think we were better from it.
Yeah, that's a really powerful answer. I think, like you were saying, those conversations that weren't necessarily being had before, whether it's about, and we can get to this in a sec, the difference in weight rooms, or the difference in the experience for the men's versus the women's, or the racial justice movements that were going on throughout the nation. I think those are all hopefully continuing to be had, the dialogues as well. Your boyfriend, Greg Newsome, he was taken in the first round by the Cleveland Browns in this past year's NFL draft. Can you talk a little bit what the draft night experience was like?
Yeah, it was incredible. I think just kind of seeing all his family and friends there on such a special night for him, it was just like, it was inspiring. It was amazing to see, and just, he was so, like, seeing his hard work and all the sacrifices that he's made pay off was a special moment. And I was nervous. I feel like I was probably more nervous than he was, but it was amazing. It was incredible, and it was full of love and support and joy, and it was a special day for him. Yeah,
that's definitely special. And how would you say you guys push each other and bring out the best in each other as student athletes at Northwestern, and in your athletic journeys moving forward?
Yeah, I'd say we constantly push each other. We started dating early freshman year, and I think literally since then, he was at every single one of my games. I was at all of his, and just, he would be in the gym with me when I'm shooting. He'd play defense on me, rebound for me, and I think that definitely meant a lot for me. And just, I think more mentally too. I think we understand kind of the struggles that we go through as athletes, emotionally after games, whether we have a tough game or my confidence is low after a bad performance. He's always there to kind of lift me up and give me advice. Like, he'll text me after every game, telling me what I did well, what I could do better on. And I think we just understand each other's timing and scheduling and stuff like that. So we're able to push each other, support each other, and kind of respect each other's goals.
And what's next for you?
Hopefully, I have my senior season coming up. I still have 2 years of eligibility because of the COVID year, but I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do yet with that. But hopefully, eventually, the WNBA. My goal is to play professionally one way or another, so that's the goal.
Cool. I have no doubts that you're going to get there.
Thank you.
And as we kind of wrap up here, is there anything else that you would like to add that we didn't cover today?
No, I think we got it all. Thank you for having me.
Cool. So Veronica is at VeronicaAB22 on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. So make sure you follow her journey. Best of luck in your senior year. I know you guys are going to crush it, and we can't wait to see what you do at the next level. So thank you very much, Veronica, for taking the time today.
Awesome. Thank you so much.